just like to say hello to the legend. Sorry, Kenny, I want to ask you, who was the greatest player, apart from yourself, that you played with at Arsenal, and why?
I've played with some great players. The one player I would pick out would be a lad called Graham Ricks. I know he doesn't surprise a lot of people. I missed out on playing alongside Liam Brady, which is a shame, because he's one of the best players I've ever seen. But me and Graham Ricks, we had an understanding down the left-hand side. You know, he didn't know what I'm ordering in the pub even, or what I'm going to have for breakfast. But you know, the understanding was fantastic, and you can see it when I see players have understanding together, like Emmanuel Petit and Patrick Vieira. You know, things like that are exciting to me. They're things I look at on a match form, and me and Rixie had a great understanding. I've got to say Rixie, and the one and only Pat Jennings.
Hey!
Pat Jennings was the best keeper you'll ever see.
Ken, if you step forward a bit, because you and Rixie were like telepathic on the pitch, but also you were big muckers off the pitch, I know, and there were a few characters in that squad from round about the mid-80s. Tell us a little story about any of them, if you can think of one. Any of the lads from the mid-80s squad?
Oh, wait, yeah.
I think the one story, my book is coming out in April, so there's going to be a few stories in my book, but the one story I do remember, I think it involved Perry Groves and Paul Merson when we was in Marbella before the cup final. Paul Merson and Perry went out for a few drinks, and they come back a bit worse for wear, and we was in Port Banús, and Perry asked Paul Merson, can I have my money? I want to get a cab back to the hotel. So Paul Merson said, you only give me 20 quid, we've spent more than that. So he said, if you don't give me money, I'm going to beat you up. You can imagine Perry Groves saying to Paul Merson, I'm going to beat you up. And so Paul Merson grabbed a tomato sauce pot, a plastic one like Benny Hill, and put it all over Perry Groves' face. It was a great sight to see, and because obviously Perry was new, Perry went, I'll do it to him. So he's done it to legend Paul Merson. So we decided to chuck him in the river, and we chucked Perry Groves in the river. It was great fun. And that's when the boys were allowed to have a drink.